I am back once again with another commentary video, and of course, this commentary piece is going to be about NASCAR Heat 2 and my updated thoughts and reactions to some new stuff involving NASCAR Heat 2. So without further ado, let's get on to this right now, and I want to do this, not what I just did. All right. I'm going to shrink myself here. As you can see, I'm right here. Hi. I'm going to take down the banner as well, because this footage, I'll play it now for you. This footage was taken off of NASCARHeat.com. If you go on NASCARHeat.com on a computer, you can see this footage in the background playing. What I'm taking from this footage, first of all, is that the graphics look a little bit better. A little bit better. They're not greatly better, but they look good. If the game would play something similar to this, and we'd have actually some good competitive racing, and there's no sound to this, by the way. There's no sound to this video. If the game actually plays like this, except for that Carl Larson flip, that bothers me a little bit. But if it plays like this, it might actually be a decent game. Now, the pre-order is happening today. It started today. And the price for it is $49.99. It's cheaper than last year's, which was not even worth $10 last year's game. This year's game, not going to be nearly as much as last year's. Well, last year's was $60. This year's is going to be $49.99, which tells me either A, they don't have very high confidence in the game that it will work out, or B, they just felt so bad about last year's game that they are just making up for it and going to drop the price. You know, it is what it is. And one more thing before we get off of this video. I want to go back to the graphics. Let me rewind it. Rewind the clip. Okay. Xfinity. Right. The victory lane celebration. I want to talk about this real quick because it's apparently bothering a lot of people. Me personally, I don't care. But if you wanted a victory lane celebration, that's great. First of all, Jimmy Johnson kind of looks black. Black in this video. And second of all, his window net is still up. These are little things that apparently mean a lot to you. I don't think presentation is as important as the gameplay itself. If the game plays really well, I think this will be much ado about nothing. Would I like burnouts after a victory? Yes. We're not going to get that, but I would like that. But it is what it is. So, and I mentioned this in my last video, and I'm still going to hold myself to it. These kind of graphics right here, these on-screen graphics, they kind of move, they kind of look like NBC's graphics. And if you watch NBC's coverage, you'll see that NASCAR Heat 2 is sponsored basically everywhere. So, in every part of the race. So, but that, I just thought that was a little interesting tidbit. Now, staying with the graphics for just a second as I make myself larger once again. Actually, no, I'm not going to make myself larger. I'm going to keep myself the way I am right here. I found this video. This video is NASCAR Heat 2 versus NASCAR Heat Evolution. It's a graphics comparison. This is from Mobvious, I believe, made this video. This is comparing the graphics between NASCAR Heat Evolution and NASCAR Heat 2. Now, the sound in this video is from NASCAR Heat Evolution. It is not from NASCAR Heat 2. Believe me when I tell you, because I have Rick Allen as the spotter, and in this video, it is Rick Allen's spotter audio. So believe me when I tell you. If you want to watch the video, I'll put it down in the description below. Looking at the graphics, like I said, compared to NASCAR Heat Evolution, it's better. The graphics look better. But as I said, I would rather have the game play much better than I would have a better presentation or a better or like I would rather have graphics, or I would rather have gameplay that played better than the graphics look. It's just a personal opinion. But as you can see, the speedometer changed from a blue color to a green color. You'll see that here in a second. Maybe. You're going to see that? Are we going to see that? We're going to see it, I promise. There it is. Here we go. See, it's green for Monster, the Monster Energy Cup series. So yeah, there's another point I want to talk about, and I'm going to get out of this. You can see the whole video. By the way, I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put the whole video there. Two other points I want to make. First of all is split screen. Split screen, they're hyping this up to be a huge thing, which I really don't think it is. And I'm going to mention something that Disco Inferno 70. Go check him out. He's an underrated YouTuber in my opinion. Go check him out. But he mentioned a point here that I really disagree with, in that split screen is outdated. I disagree with that entirely. Split screen is not outdated. I don't think 704 games should be hyping it up to be what it is, like it's something new. It's not new. We've had this in video games prior to. Not even in NASCAR games. In any game, split screen, in practically any game you look, split screen is there. 704 games, like I said, hyping it up to be nothing. It's nothing. They're hyping up like it's something, it's nothing. But split screen's not outdated, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, for people like me that this is not my actual home, it's my grandma's house, I have internet access here. At my house, which is way out in the middle of nowhere, I don't have internet access, so I can't play online. And if I would want to play someone at home on the couch, then I would have to use split screen. Now, split screen was not in NASCAR Heat Evolution, so it was a highly requested feature for NASCAR Heat 2, and lo and behold, they got it in the game. So I would say that's pretty good. I would say that they, and that's a good thing because some people still do play or split screen, and that's what Disco Inferno 70 said in his videos. Some do still play split screen, and that's very true. So that's just my 2 cents on that. One more thing, I'm going to send a message out right now to the haters. I'm going to send a message right now out to the haters who are talking hype or who are hating on this game before it's even released. So, to the haters, this is a message to you. First of all, the game is not even close to being released yet. We're only it's 2 months away. It doesn't seem that long, but when you're I'm cautiously optimistic and excited for this game. So it's time's going a little slower for me, but anyway. Don't judge the game based on what you've seen so far. I'm not. I don't think that it will be the final product. I think they'll touch it up some more before they release it. And even Sean Wilson of 704 Games said that what the engine sounds you've heard in recent videos will not be the engine sounds you hear in the game, which is very reassuring. Not that the engine sounds terrible. It doesn't, but it's not good. It's not good either. And so don't judge the game yet. Unless you physically like time travel into the future, get the game and play it, then you can share your opinion, but you don't. So don't do that. It's too early in the it's still got some time left before this game is released. Don't do that yet. Don't hate this game based on what you've seen. I'm not taking what we've seen so far too seriously, and I just hope that some of you do the same. Now, once we start getting into late July, early August, if we start seeing some stuff, then I'll start to take it seriously. But we still haven't seen the career mode, which I don't play. I'll be perfectly honest in saying that I don't play career mode. I don't play. We haven't seen trucks. We haven't seen Xfinity yet. There's still a lot we haven't seen in terms of a full gameplay. We haven't seen any of that yet. So take what you see so far with a grain of salt. Don't take it too seriously. I'm not, but just don't hate on the game yet. You don't have it. Did we hate on NASCAR Heat Evolution? Some did hate on NASCAR Heat Evolution before it came out. I was not one of those, but if you did, hey, more power to you. And I will say this in wrapping up this video. Go with your own gut on whether or not you want to buy the game. If you want to buy the game, if you like what you see, go buy it. If you don't like what you see, don't buy it and don't complain. Don't hate on it just because you're not buying it. And that goes for some other people that make videos out on here who has a good amount of subscribers, over 13,000. Don't listen to anybody else. Don't listen to these bigger YouTubers. Don't let them influence your decision. If you make a gut decision based on what you want, not what everybody else does, what you want. And I said it in the last video, and I'll say it. I'll continue to say it until it really gets old. So, yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about NASCAR Heat 2. If you think it's going to be good or bad, just don't hate on it yet. Let me know your thoughts, good or bad. Can't wait to hear your comments.